What if the journey from a small island with almost nothing could one day echo all the way to the halls of global power, influence, and leadership? Imagine a skinny kid from Madeira, Portugal, running barefoot through narrow streets, chasing a worn-out football because it was the only thing that made him feel alive. Now imagine that same kid growing into a global icon whose name is recognized not just in stadiums, but in places as symbolic as the White House, representing influence that goes far beyond sports. That story is not just about football. It's about transformation, mindset, and the kind of relentless belief that can turn the most ordinary beginnings into extraordinary impact. And that's exactly what we explore when we talk about the deeper meaning behind the keyword connection, Cristiano Ronaldo and Ronaldo White House. At first glance, the phrase Ronaldo White House might sound unusual, even strange. But when you break it down, it represents something much bigger than a literal meeting place. It symbolizes influence, recognition at the highest level, and the idea that sports figures today are no longer just athletes. They are global leaders, cultural ambassadors, and voices capable of shaping conversations far beyond the field. Cristiano Ronaldo embodies this evolution perfectly. His journey shows how discipline, consistency, and character can elevate someone from local talent to global influence. Let's start with the core theme behind this title. The mindset that transforms performance into power. Ronaldo's rise was never guaranteed. He wasn't born into wealth or elite training systems. His early life was filled with obstacles, financial struggles, emotional challenges, and physical limitations. But what separated him from others was not raw talent alone. It was his refusal to accept limitations. From a young age, he trained longer than his peers, studied his own weaknesses obsessively, and developed a mental toughness that would define his career. This mindset laid the foundation not only for his success in football, but also for his ability to become a global symbol of excellence. Now let's connect that to the White House concept. In the modern world, influence is measured not only by achievements, but by the ability to inspire and lead beyond one's field. Athletes like Ronaldo represent soft power, a form of global influence built on admiration, credibility, and universal respect. When we associate Ronaldo with institutions like the White House, we're really talking about the level of cultural impact he has reached. His name carries weight in discussions about leadership, discipline, and global inspiration. This reflects a broader shift in how society views athletes. They are no longer just competitors, they are role models whose actions influence millions. A powerful example of this influence can be seen in Ronaldo's dedication to philanthropy and global causes. Throughout his career, he has used his platform to support hospitals, disaster relief efforts, and children's charities. He has donated millions to medical research, funded life-saving treatments for young patients, and consistently leveraged his visibility to raise awareness for humanitarian initiatives. This demonstrates a key lesson. True greatness is not defined solely by personal achievements, but by the positive impact one creates for others. This is the deeper meaning behind the symbolic connection to powerful institutions. It reflects leadership through service. Another important aspect of this discussion is Ronaldo's role as a global brand. His social media presence is unmatched, reaching hundreds of millions of followers worldwide. Every message he shares has the potential to influence public conversations, consumer behavior, and cultural trends. This level of influence is comparable to that of political leaders and global institutions. The Ronaldo White House concept therefore highlights the merging of sports, media, and leadership in the digital age. It shows how personal excellence can evolve into global authority. From a psychological perspective, Ronaldo's story reveals the importance of identity and self-belief. He has consistently spoken about visualizing success long before achieving it. He imagined himself playing on the biggest stages, winning the most prestigious trophies, and becoming one of the greatest players in history. This ability to mentally project future success is a powerful trait shared by elite performers in all fields. Studies in sports psychology confirm that visualization enhances confidence, improves performance, and strengthens resilience. Ronaldo's career provides a real-world example of how mindset shapes reality. The White House symbolism also invites us to explore the concept of leadership under pressure. Ronaldo has repeatedly demonstrated the ability to perform in the most intense moments. Championship finals, decisive penalty kicks, and high-stakes matches where millions are watching. In these situations, he exhibits remarkable composure, focus, and emotional control. These qualities are identical to those required of leaders in politics, business, and other high-responsibility roles. This parallel reinforces the idea that excellence in sports develops skills applicable far beyond the field. From our channel's perspective, the most powerful lesson from analyzing the Ronaldo and White House connection is the concept of expanding influence. Many people limit their ambitions to a single area of success. They aim to perform well at work, in sports, or in creative pursuits, but they rarely consider how their achievements could translate into broader impact. Ronaldo's journey shows that mastery in one domain can become a platform for influence across multiple spheres. His football success enabled him to become a global ambassador, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and symbol of discipline. Consider how this lesson applies to everyday life. A teacher who inspires students consistently can influence entire communities. An entrepreneur who builds a successful business can create jobs and economic growth. An athlete who demonstrates integrity can inspire young people to pursue healthy lifestyles. These examples show that influence is not reserved for celebrities or political leaders. It is accessible to anyone who commits to excellence and uses their success responsibly. Another key insight emerges when examining Ronaldo's longevity. Many athletes reach peak performance for only a few years before declining. Ronaldo, however, has maintained elite performance for decades. This longevity is not accidental. It results from meticulous attention to physical conditioning, recovery strategies, nutrition, and mental preparation. His commitment to maintaining peak condition reflects a long-term mindset, rarely seen even among professionals. This teaches an essential lesson. Sustainable success requires continuous adaptation and investment in self-improvement. There is also a powerful emotional dimension to Ronaldo's influence. His celebrations, expressions of determination, and visible passion resonate deeply with fans. They create emotional connections that transcend language and cultural barriers. This emotional authenticity strengthens his leadership presence. It reminds us that influence is not just about achievements, it is about connection. People follow leaders who inspire them emotionally, not just intellectually. Ultimately, the deeper meaning behind the Ronaldo White House concept lies in the idea that greatness evolves. It begins with personal discipline, grows through consistent performance, and culminates in global influence. Ronaldo's journey illustrates this progression clearly. He started as a determined young athlete, became a world-class performer, and eventually transformed into a global icon whose impact extends far beyond football. So what lessons can we draw from this story? First, discipline creates opportunity. Ronaldo's relentless training opened doors that talent alone could not. Second, influence grows from consistency. His sustained excellence earned global respect over time. Third, leadership requires purpose. His philanthropic efforts demonstrate that true success involves giving back. And finally, mindset determines trajectory. His unwavering belief in his potential enabled him to overcome obstacles and reach extraordinary heights. As we reflect on this journey, one question remains: what would happen if you applied the same principles to your own life? What if you treated your goals with the same seriousness Ronaldo treats training? What if you focus not only on personal success, but also on how your achievements could positively influence others? The answer is powerful. You would not only achieve more, you would create a lasting impact that extends beyond yourself. If this deep analysis inspired you, if it helped you see success from a broader perspective, then you're exactly where you belong, because on this channel, we don't just analyze sports. We uncover the psychology, discipline, and leadership principles behind the world's greatest performers. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Join a community dedicated to learning from the mindset of champions, and start building your own path toward influence, impact, and greatness today.